Intro music fades out. Wait, what if I told you that one of America's most iconic ski towns is quietly rewriting the playbook on how to survive climate change? Yeah, Steamboat Springs. That cozy Colorado mountain paradise everyone associates with winter wonderlands and cowboy hats. But here's the twist. They are not just throwing money at solar panels and calling it a day. They are fundamentally redefining what it means to be a climate-resilient community while keeping their economy strong. And honestly, the way they are balancing these two forces reveals something fascinating about how all of us might need to rethink our relationship with progress itself. Okay, let me break this down. So Steamboat's economy has always been a marriage between nature and tourism, right? Snowy winters fuel the ski industry, rivers sustain recreation, and that western charm keeps visitors coming. But here's the problem. When your entire identity is tied to specific environmental conditions, what happens when those conditions start to vanish? Earlier snowmelt, drier summers, more extreme weather. This isn't some abstract 2100 nightmare. It's happening now. And unlike bigger cities, small mountain communities can't just pivot to tech hubs overnight. They are stuck with this existential question. How do you protect both your environment and your paycheck when the very landscape that sustains you is becoming unstable? This is where Steamboat's approach gets really interesting to me. Instead of framing climate action as a sacrifice, they are treating it like economic innovation. Let me unpack that. The city isn't just installing solar panels on town hall buildings. They are investing in battery storage tech, which matters because renewable energy's biggest weakness is inconsistency. By pairing solar or wind with advanced storage, they are not only reducing emissions, but creating energy independence. That means less vulnerability to grid failures during extreme weather events. Smart, right? But here's what most articles gloss over. This isn't charity. These are strategic moves to future-proof an economy that could otherwise collapse if they keep relying on predictable snowfall patterns that no longer exist. And then there's the water thing. Oh, you think water management is just about fixing pipes? Steamboat's leaders understand it's about cultural survival. When they talk about protecting rivers, they are not just preserving trout habitats, they are safeguarding multi-million-dollar industries like fly fishing tourism and rafting. But here's the deeper layer. Water rights in the West are basically a currency. By proactively managing these resources, they are positioning themselves to have leverage in the inevitable conflicts coming as the Colorado River Basin keeps shrinking. This isn't environmentalism, it's chess. Now let me challenge the obvious criticism here. Some might say, great, but Steamboat is tiny. How does this scale? And honestly, that's the wrong question. The real lesson isn't about specific policies, it's about mindset. They are proving that climate resilience doesn't have to mean economic retreat. It can be about adaptive creativity. Think about it. When your backcountry skiing season shortens, maybe you invest in summer adventure tourism infrastructure before the decline fully hits. When drought threatens cattle ranches, maybe you create incentives for regenerative agriculture that also attracts eco-conscious consumers. It's about seeing environmental shifts as opportunities to reinvent, not just threats to mourn. But here's the uncomfortable truth most climate discussions ignore. This requires letting go of nostalgia. I mean, what happens to Steamboat's identity if January feels like March and the Yampa River's flow changes forever? There's a deep sadness in that reality. Yet clinging to the past would be economic suicide. Their gamble is that by evolving while keeping their core values intact, community, outdoor culture, Western heritage, they can emerge stronger. Not the same as before, but authentically evolved. Pause for effect. So here's my closing thought. Steamboat's experiment isn't just about climate survival. It's about redefining prosperity in a world where stability is gone forever. And maybe, just maybe, their biggest innovation isn't in energy policy or water management, but in teaching us how to love a place while letting it transform. What would that look like in your community? Let me know in the comments.